Man, as a former lender, this one hits hard. I found an article on Reddit from a borrower who just found out he's about to lose his job and he's about to close on a new home. Getting laid off right before you're closing is one of the worst curveballs that a borrower can face, and it can absolutely derail a deal. But I want to be super clear up front. If you find out that you're getting laid off, you must tell your lender. Do not try to hide it. Transparency is the only way to avoid a bigger issue down the line. And here's why that matters. Lenders are required to confirm that you can repay the loan. If the income that they used to qualify you suddenly disappears, that changes your risk profile tremendously. And yeah, most lenders will do a verbal verification of your employment the day before or the day of your closing. And if they call and hear that you were terminated, that loan is not moving forward as is. Now, could the deal survive? Sometimes. It completely depends on whether your income was even needed for the approval. If the loan was structured so that your spouse's income alone meets all of those ratios, then losing your job may not impact the approval. In that situation, the lender may simply remove you from the qualifying calculation and move forward. But if your income was needed, things get trickier in that case. The lender can only close based on accurate current information. Sometimes a formal job offer letter that is real, signed, and shows a start date within 30 to 60 days can keep the deal alive. But it has to be official. It can't just be a verbal promise. And just to be clear, this is not legal advice, and I am not your lender. These are just general guidelines and how they typically work. The real takeaway here is if you learn you're being laid off before you're closing, tell your lender right away. Hiding it can lead to loan denial, delays, or even more serious consequences after the closing if the lender finds out that the information was not accurate. Lenders want your deal to work, but they can only do that if they have the full picture. So the bottom line is this situation is not hopeless, but it does depend entirely on whether your income was part of the loan approval. If it was, talk to your lender ASAP so that they can try to restructure the loan. If your spouse qualifies a loan, you may still be okay, but transparency is the safest path here.